Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Nightly Read Aloud with Dr. Ivey. Today is Tuesday, April the 28th, 2020. Tonight marks our 32nd Nightly Read Aloud during school closure. For those of you that are just now tuning in with us for your first Nightly Read Aloud, my name is Trevor Ivey, and I am a proud educator in Sumter County, South Carolina. And like so many of my educator colleagues right here in my very own community, across the state, the nation, and even the world are being asked to step up and out of their comfort zone to completely redesign teaching and learning experiences to keep our children meaningfully engaged during this very challenging time when schools are closed, but learning must continue. To that end, I have dedicated myself to a nightly read aloud each night at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tonight marks our 32nd nightly read aloud. And for tonight's read aloud, which happens to be the second night of our 7th week together, I have chosen a very engaging book titled The Hippo Hop. And I had some help in selecting this book from a fellow colleague. Her daughter, named Karisse, asked that this book be read. And I had a chance to read over it for the first time just a few days ago, and I can see why she read it because it's a very engaging book and it involves audience participation. So you'll have to help me as we read The Hippo Hop, authored by Steve Smallman, and the pictures are illustrated by Ada Gray. Let's find out what The Hippo Hop is all about. A mouse sat down by the bubbling creek. The creek went bubble and the mouse went squeak. Squeak, squeak, bubble, bubble, squeak, squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak, bubble, bubble, squeak, squeak, squeak. Now, I think you know what I mean by audience participation. See if you can help me out. A little bird tweeted, "What a great song! And if you don't mind, I'll sing along." Tip, tap, tippy, tappy, tweet, tweet, tweet. Squeak, squeak, bubble, bubble, squeak, squeak, squeak. Monkey heard the music and he cried, "Woo-hoo! That sounds so cool. Can I join in too?" Warthog said, "I've got a musical tum." Then he banged on his belly like a big bass drum. Boom, ba, da, boom, boom, ooh, ooh, ooh. Tip, tippa, tappy, tappy, tweet, tweet, tweet. Squeak, squeak, bubble, bubble, squeak, squeak, squeak. Looks like these animals are having fun. Then along came a great big crocodile. He listened to the music and it made him smile. He reached in his pocket and he took out a bone. Ooh, I wonder what he's going to do with the bone. Then he played on his teeth like a xylophone. Plink, plink, plink-a-plonk, plinkety-ploo. Boom, ba, da, boom, boom, ooh, ooh, ooh. Tip, tappa, tippy, tappy, tweet, tweet, tweet. Squeak, squeak, bubble, bubble, squeak, squeak, squeak. All the animals danced and they played until 3:45. Then they all flopped down in a heap on the floor. "Wow," cried Mouse. "Now wasn't that fun? You guys totally rocked. Well done." "Thanks," they all cried. "We all helped. It's true, but the person that we need to thank is me." "Excuse me," the mouse said. "But what did you do?" Monkey was the one who went ooh, ooh, ooh. Centipede tapped with his tap, tap, tappity feet. And his little bird went tweet, tweet, tweet. The warthog banged on his musical tom. Do you remember, boys and girls, how it goes? It went boom, ba-da, boom, boom, like a big bass drum. Crocodile played plink, plinkety-ploo. And I went squeak. So what did you do? The hippo said, I've been drinking fizzy wizzy pop. I'm hiccuping bubbles and I just can't stop. Hick, hick, bubble, bubble, hick, hick, pop. Hick, hick, bubble, bubble, hick, hick, pop. The end. So boys and girls, in our book tonight, The Hippo Hop, we learned about a group of animals all coming from the jungle. We had the bird. Do you remember the other animals? The warthog. Who else? The crocodile. And let's not forget about the hippo. And they all came together to make beautiful music, all getting along. And that just goes to show you what can happen when, even though we may not have a lot in common with others, we can still work together to make something good happen. And in this case, that was amusing. It was a funny illustration of what could actually happen when jungle animals all get along. Even the crocodile. How about that? So boys and girls, before we go and wash our hands, before we brush our teeth, before we get in bed, let's take a moment to engage in our daily reflection. You know our 4 questions. Question number 1, what was your most favorite part about today? Take a moment to share with your parent, your older sibling, younger sibling, fuzzy friend, or to no one. Question number 2, what was your least favorite part about today? Question number 3, if you could go back and change one thing about today, what would you change? And question number 4, what is one thing that you hope is going to happen tomorrow? Well, boys and girls, that does it for Dr. Ivey. Thank you for tuning in for our 30-second nightly read aloud, week number 7, night number 2. I can't wait to tune in with you tomorrow. Boys and girls of all ages, join me tomorrow at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our next nightly read aloud. Remember, if no one has told you that they love you today, if no one has told you that they care about you, Dr. Ivey is here to tell you that he loves you and he cares about you so very much. Have a good night, everybody.